Hey YouTube world, I am back with another video. Today I want to go over 10 different mid-range under $500 that can actually achieve the designer look for way less, fraction of the cost if you will. And these pieces are quality pieces that you can feel confident in purchasing if you like that look without having to pay that luxury price tag. And I know when it comes to big luxury like Louis Vuitton, Celine, they're always, kind of put on a pedestal as innovators when it comes to designs and whatnot. And yes, to a certain extent that is true, but sometimes I just don't want to pay that price tag for something that's really simple or perhaps it's been overdone. So let's just get right into it because I have a lot of compare and contrast that I think you'll find really interesting. One I want to go over is going to be the Horse Clementine bag. I did purchase this one in the taupe color. I won't talk about this in too much detail just because I've released a number of videos that cover this in a lot more detail, which I'll link everything down below for you. But the reason why I think this particular bag took the internet by storm is because it is around the $200 mark, depending on the day and the currency exchange to at least the USD in whatever country you are from. But I think people have deemed this one to be the Loewe puzzle dupe because of the slouch in the middle of the bag. And then of course there is still structure on the exterior. You've got the top handle and the crossbody strap. The reason why I never purchased the Loewe puzzle because of the opening. The opening has a front flap, and a lot of people have complained about this, how it is incredibly hard to access your bag and you can't really see inside the bag depending on what size you get. My friend Mandy did purchase like the regular size, or maybe it's the small size. And she said that she has no problem with it. But when I saw that flap and then the zip, I was like, no, I don't want to deal with that. But how this one, to me, is an improvement of the Loewe puzzle bag is going to be the top opening where you just open it up and it is incredibly easy to find what you need and access your bag. It is very secure and it also has a built-in magnets. You don't have to fumble around with any of the zipper enclosure. It's literally just rip it open, grab what you need, put it back together, and you get that slouchy look without also the price tag. And we've talked about this to death as well. Basically, the edge, the new Loewe edge, just like, no, why? Go back to the OG and actually spend some time putting together the particular bag with the craftsmanship and the leather that everybody know and love when it comes to Loewe. Okay, the second bag I want to talk about is my Celine Romy bag. I did pick this up recently at a fantastic deal, and it's going to be this shoulder slouchy look that I think is going to be pretty classic. The leather is amazing. However, this costs $3,000 retail if you don't even just like include tax on top of that. Yes, I did purchase this pre-loved at 50% off, but even then that's still like $1,500, $1,600. Still a pretty heavy price tag. If you love Celine and you want a classic look, yeah, this is great. However, I do have an alternative for you that is going to be under $500. This is going to be the Empiricism bag from Barakami, and this portion of the video is going to be in partnership with them, which I'm happy to do because they do offer a really quality bag at a fraction of the cost. And what's really cool is that if you take a look at their website, you see a lot of different original designs and then also alternatives, luxury alternatives that they make into something extremely functional. So you can see kind of the similarities, right? The color is a little bit different. This one is going to be a little bit more reddish or the red undertones. And I think this is a true caramel color. The leather is incredibly luxurious. And then just to show you the 7 ways that you can utilize this bag. And I thought this was kind of a fun design. Obviously, it's not going to be 100% the same, but I did mention that in my previous video, if you saw that this is just the shoulder. It's one way to carry it. And then at the bottom, you see a leather strap, but it's like kind of not functional. Like it's just for design, if anything, but you can't like turn this into a crossbody or anything. Whereas this one, and I have used this bag for quite a bit, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like I never thought to design a bag like this, but you can wear it as a shoulder bag, just like this. And I've used this while I'm in the middle of running errands, going out, and I just need my hands to be free. Let me get closer so you can actually see it in action here. But the gold hardware is beautiful, and what you do is just slip it through, and then you can turn it into a longer strap. You can obviously just put this down, fold it down so it's not protruding or anything. So you can wear this as a sling or just a longer shoulder strap. But if you want to turn it into a crossbody, again, you do the same thing. You just unhook it, so to speak. And then you can see it's very secure. You don't have to worry about it. And then you turn it into a crossbody strap. So I'll make sure to insert kind of like the side-by-side comparison mod shot so you can see the difference between the two. So you see how it's like much more versatile in the same kind of design. The gold hardware is fantastic. You can see the zipper is fantastic. Another gripe with this, again, just doing the side-by-side comparison, is that I like how this zipper pull is much bigger, so it's easier for you to like open and close the bag. Whereas this one, the Celine, the tab is a little bit smaller. Maybe it's just a me problem. I got massive hands, so not as easily just grab the tab and open the bag. Honestly, like I'm feeling the zipper. Zipper is fantastic on the Celine, but this one is going to be even smoother. You see how it's like, you see the difference? The interior, this one, just again for comparison, has a zip pocket, interior pocket, and then it does have slip pockets here as well. So if you care about the compartments, whereas this Celine Romy, it does not have any compartments. It is just one open space. However, the biggest difference I see is that this is going to be suede interior lined, like real suede, not even microfiber suede. Whereas this one is going to be fabric lined, more like nylon. So obviously the price difference is going to be on the interior, but you've heard me say this. You don't really see the interior. It doesn't add to the luxuriousness on the outside if you're looking on the interior. Nobody's really gonna see it. That is something I wanna point out. And then this particular bag, you can see, it's just much more versatile. Does it have the Celine logo on there? No, it doesn't. But it also doesn't have the Celine price point. And then of course you can see there is still differences. This has a line through this, so I don't know if you like that particular aesthetic, but you can also see that this one is going to be a little bit more seamless. To me, kind of doesn't make a big difference. They're similar and different at the same time. You can also wear it this way if you don't want the tab with the Barakami logo on here. You can just wear it this way. So it is versatile. The leather does feel amazing. Like I'm comparing the leather, it is quite similar. This one's gonna be a little bit thicker, this one's gonna be a little bit thinner, but I think the leather quality feels quite similar. It does smell like leather. This smells like leather. So, I mean, again, this is going to be quite the big price difference. So if you're looking for that designer look, definitely consider this one before you decide to drop $3,000 on a Celine bag that only has one way to use it, whereas this one has multiple ways of using the bag itself. Much more versatile. Okay, the third bag I want to go over is going to be the Celine Belt Bag, and this is from the Phoebe Philo days, one of my favorite, all-time favorite bags. And you've heard me rave about this. This one is probably going to stay in my collection forever. However, even this one, I think it holds its value pretty well just because it is a very beloved old Celine that people still want to add to their collection. And it costs like what? Even in the secondary market, it's still about $1,500 to $2,000 depending on the condition. I did purchase this brand new, so I've kept it in really, really good condition. But if you don't want to drop this kind of money, which I completely understand, I think this particular bag from Atelier Auguste is going to be a great alternative. You see how it's like the trapezoid shape? It's got the top handle and they both come with crossbodies. I will tell you the biggest difference between the two is going to be actually to the Atelier Auguste advantage, because the opening, the biggest gripe with people when it comes to the Celine Belt Bag is the opening, right? So they pull it down and then you have to like kind of maneuver around from this particular strap and open the bag. And then of course you've got the zip compartment. Interior, again, as true to any Celine bag, I feel like their interior is just luxurious, which also adds to the weight of the bag. It is going to be real suede interior, but this hook is what most people are, have the biggest gripe with when accessing their bags. This particular bag also has a back compartment, which is really convenient. I always like to give them point when it comes to the back compartment. How you use this strap is going to be with these two D-rings and then hooks on just on the back. However, another gripe when it comes to to the Celine bag is that the strap is not adjustable. So unless you're a taller person like me, I'm 5'8", you're gonna be like, well, this doesn't work for me because I'm a more petite person, or perhaps you're a more curvy person. This strap is just, it's, I guess, one size fit all, according to Celine. Now, when it comes to this Ateliers Auguste, if you want that designer look, my favorite part of this is going to be the magnetic enclosure, where incredibly easy to open and close. You don't have a strap right here to try to maneuver around, and this gold hardware is fantastic and very luxurious. The interior right here is also going to come with a zip compartment, so if you want to keep your items secure, very similar to the Celine Belt Bag, you can do so. And of course, when it comes to their strap, it is going to be adjustable. So like I said, I've said this many times, when it comes to indie brands, they take customer feedback very well to heart. So if they need to make any adjustments, to make any, updates based on customer feedback for functionality wise, it's because it's not just all about looks, right? This one is going to be much more versatile just because you do get that adjustable strap. However, this one does not have a back pocket, so if that is important to you, something to consider. But I think because it is so easy to access by opening and closing just with the magnets, you don't really have to worry about the back pocket, whereas this one, obviously, it's harder to open and close. Maybe that back pocket is much more important to you for you to put your phone or things that you need to access in a hurry. Two more things I want to cover before we move on to the next brand. I already feel like this is going to be a super long video, but I have a lot to cover, and I think this is really important for us to go over, right? The strap does attach to this portion, the top handle right there, as opposed to this. You can see these are D-rings right there. So if that's important to you, I think it kind of works the same for me. If you want a more seamless back without these buttons, then obviously consider this Atelier Auguste bag instead. And then the interior for this particular one is going to be microfiber suede as opposed to real suede. So something to think about. I personally, again, you will hear me say this over and over again, if you can lower the price of the bag just by using a quote unquote cheaper material on the inside, I'm all for it. I keep saying last point, but one last point is that, if you don't like these straps that are dangling, this is going to be a better option. There's a lot of straps dangling here. I just realized that. And of course, the price difference, this one is going to be a fraction of the cost of the Celine Belt Bag. Everything I'm talking about today, I will make sure to link everything down below. If I can help you find deals on these particular ones, the designer ones, I will make sure to link them down below. And of course, you've got companies like Atelier Auguste, all of the links will be included. Okay, this next bag is going to be super controversial. I just love the design of it, but I can't justify the cost and of course, the branding. It's gonna be super controversial, but I did purchase the dupe of the Balenciaga Rodeo bag. Is it Rodeo or Rodeo? I don't know, I'm trying to get fancy here. I'm gonna call it the Rodeo bag for now, but Amazon got me and I was trying to find, at first I was finding it on Etsy, and then it was like $250, maybe $300. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should buy that one. It's $300 compared to the actual Balenciaga bag in the large size, which is like upwards of, I think, what, $8,000? Then, of course, I did a Google Lens search, and guess what? Amazon showed up, and I was able to purchase the same, I'm pretty sure it's from the same Chinese manufacturer out there, and this one was like $110, $100. Took forever to get here. $100, and this one is going to be in the suede material. Now, I know people are like, boycott Balenciaga. I have one Balenciaga bag left that I don't really use anymore, but I think I'm gonna start using it because I purchased that thing, what, like 7, 8, almost 10 years ago now? I have to do my math correctly here. And it's one of my favorite bags. It's like the mini moto bag. We'll talk about that. I'm still kind of mulling over that, but this particular one is going to be the dupe, right, of the Rodeo bag. And I had started using this, and they don't have a suede color or a suede material officially, right? So this is obviously a dupe. You can see that it's got, because it's suede, it immediately gave me the slouchy effect that I wanted. And you can see the top handle right here, which fits perfectly as a shoulder bag, very easy to use. And then you can see the back here. It came with like a leather tab, which I'll talk about the leather quality in a moment here. You can see there are also the 2 back pockets in the smooth leather. It does come with gold hardware, and the shoulder strap, I have used it The interior, I got a bunch of stuff in here, so you'll bear with me. You'll get to see all of my random sunscreen and stuff. Yeah, oh, look, I found candy. But the interior, you can see it is going to also be that smooth leather. Pretty sure this is going to be faux leather, and you know I'm not a fan of faux leather, but this is a dupe, so I mean, $100. What am I can't ask for that much. You got the same twist lock here, and then you open it up. It's another compartment. They do have the snap enclosures to keep the bag more, I guess, tucked in, or if you want to straight up be like an open tote, you can pull this apart and then it expands. So this definitely scratched that itch that I wanted from the Balenciaga. And if you really think about it, like if you, I won't speak too much about the whole drama when it comes to Balenciaga, but if you absolutely hate Balenciaga, like I feel like this is the ultimate like F you move for you to buy the dupes that are out there. It doesn't say Balenciaga anywhere, which I love. The design of the bag I think is fantastic. So if you want to achieve that look without paying for the $8,000 to $5,000, this is a fantastic option. This is definitely going to be a throw around bag. Now, oh, I forgot to talk about the quality. When it comes to the quality of the leather, it does say on the description that it is real suede, real leather. Questionable, because I smell the bag. It smells so processed. It smells plasticky. And they do come with this leather tab showing you that it is quote unquote suede, but it's been so processed. Like there is not an ounce of leather smell on this bag. Am I upset about it? No, not really. $100. This is definitely a throw around bag. The next one I want to cover is going to be the Hermes Picotin in the size 18. Now, there are plenty of dupes out there that is a fraction of the cost. This one I did purchase from the boutique, and it's in the trench color. I had to think about that for a second here. This one is going to be thousands of dollars, right? I think on retail it's at 48. It's at 48. It's been a long day. It's at $4,800. I'll insert a screenshot, or, you know, you guys know how much these cost, right? So if you want something that is slouchy like this and it's just the look, you don't have to spend almost upwards close to $5,000 from an Hermes, you know, original bag, right? There are plenty of dupes out there. I love how there are no, you know, Hermes plaster all over it like any other Hermes bag. They don't do logos too much, right? Some other great options, I think, Songmong. I have the mini one, so it's not exactly the same dupe, but I do think that the Songmong small size or even the large size is a comparable dupe for the Picotin at fraction of the cost. What is it, a couple $100? Leather quality is not anywhere close to Hermes quality. Just keep that in mind. But if you're looking for just something that has that designer look of the Picotin, I think it's a great option. This has, I got a lot of flack for talking good things about Songmong and their leather. Is it the most luxurious? No, but this thing was like $200 and it's literally a throw around bag. My fingernails, I have very sharp fingernails when I don't have anything on. So I've been worried about this getting scratched up, but no, like no marks on this whatsoever. I've thrown this bag around. So if you're questioning the quality of Songmong, is it luxury? It's not, but for the price, and if you want something that's incredibly hard wearing, you could definitely consider this. And of course, if you want something extremely close to the actual Hermes Picotin, definitely think of Dress Up Your Purse and the Josette bag. I don't have one of those bags with me. Since I already have a Picotin, I was like, I don't need another one that looks pretty much the same. That one added more functionality to it. So Melody from Dress Up Your Purse did add a crossbody. People have bought the actual Hermes bag and then they go on Etsy or whatever and buy a crossbody strap and attach it somehow on this actual bag when it's designed not to have a crossbody strap. And then you got to worry about the color matching, like if it's the right white color, is it the right beige color, is it the right black color or red and whatnot. So it's hard to play that game. So if you want that look, that slouchy bucket tote kind of look, you can definitely consider Dress Up Your Purse. It comes with a whole set, and I think it also comes with an insert. You don't need to spend $5,000 on this. I did, because I love Hermes, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that. This is the next bag when it comes to getting that designer look for less. It's going to be the Miu Miu Arcadia bag. I think that's what it's called. That one is upwards of $4,000, whereas this one I got from W Concept de Millier. Am I saying that right? I can't pronounce anything, but this one is under $300. So if you want this super cute look, and then you can hang bag charms all over it. It doesn't have any logos on here except for this tab. This is going to last a lot longer in my opinion, because Miu Miu is super trending right now. Who knows how long that's gonna last, but if you just like the silhouette and it's got 2 zippers, I don't know if the Miu Miu one has 2 zippers as well. I have to double check on that. But for under $300, a trendy bag, I personally think that this could last for a while, and then it's got a pocket here. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? Like, I don't think I would purchase a Miu Miu bag for $4,000. I don't know, just thinking here. It's got feet at the bottom here. I've worn this bag to death. I've thrown this around. When you're spending less than, you know, $500 on a bag, you don't have to worry about rain. You don't have to worry about, you know, your dog scratching it in the car, things like that. It's a lot more carefree, right? So I think this is a great option if you want that look for less than 300 bucks. Before I go into the next category here in comparison for that designer look for less, I hope you are enjoying this video. If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I know it's not a whole lot to ask, but it does mean the world to me if you can help me grow my channel, come up with more content like this and reach more people so that we can create a community and just talk about things that we love, which is, you know, frivolous things like handbags. If you are returning, glad you're here. I rely on your support, so definitely hit that like button for me and comment down below. What are your thoughts on these dupes, designer look for less, or dupes, whatever you want to call it, and let me know what your thoughts are. All right, this is the beloved Pochette Metis from Louis Vuitton. What are they? What do they cost nowadays? Like $2,500 plus tax for a canvas bag. How ridiculous is that? Now, I do love this bag. I don't think I will let this go. It's one of the very few, three Louis Vuitton bags I have left. And I was foolish enough to purchase this retail back in the day during COVID, where I had nothing to do and a little bit more cash to buy, you know, luxury goods like everybody else out there, right? So yeah, I don't think I will let this go. Again, this is one of the few bags that I did purchase for retail. I do love this bag. It is very carefree. I don't need to tell you about this that much. However, if you don't want to spend $2,500, $3,000 on the Pochette Metis, and you know, maybe you want something that is leather as opposed to canvas. Yes, canvas has its time and its place, very hard wearing, but I think majority of people that I've seen in vintage and newer designs is that canvas can start flipping upwards. Now, I don't use this bag enough for it to, and I store it properly, but I can see the corners of a lot of Louis Vuitton bags start to curl on the edges, and that drives me insane. I don't want to see that in my bags, and it just cheapens the look, because it's just, why does it start curling upwards? Is it because of humidity? Or because my friend has a Louis Vuitton and her edges of her flat bag started curling up, and I was like, did you store it wrong? She's like, if I stored it wrong, why would it only curl on both sides? Like, what do you think I'm doing? Like, just storing my bag like this? No, she stored it properly, and she does use it, not like super often, but she does use it because she doesn't have an insane collection like I do. She uses it like a normal person. You saw my unboxing for the Dress Up Your Purse, the Le Petit Paris 15. This one is going to be in leather. So if you want that designer look, you can definitely opt for this particular version in the leather, and you don't have to, because this is pretty well stitched down. You won't have to worry. I can't say this for sure because I only got this bag not too long ago. You don't have to worry about this curling up. If it does curl up, leather is much more malleable than canvas. So I would imagine that if you lay it down flat, the curl would kind of just be relaxed and move backwards. But I don't anticipate this one happening. I can see this just being as carefree as the canvas, because this leather is not like you spending $5,000, because Louis Vuitton leather can get upwards of that with the emprunt. But because this is under, what, $300, you don't have to worry about it. It's much more carefree. Of course, like most indie brands I talk about today, they take a classic design like the Pochette Metis or like the Celine Belt Bag, and they customize it to be even more functional. So it does come with a canvas strap. So if you want a more casual look, and then if you want a more formal look, you can definitely use the leather strap. I mean, I think that this bag is more casual anyways, but this is a fantastic option. I do have my coupon code of, you know, somehow adulting, where 10% off. If you want to utilize it, great. Use it, don't use it. It's up to you. If you want to support me, definitely link them down below. But I'm not talking about this bag just because I have an affiliate link or anything. But I honestly think like the price difference is just astronomical for you to not consider a quote unquote dupe version of it in leather versus canvas. Okay, we're at home stretch now. So this is the next bag I want to cover, which is also a dupe of the, or, you know, design very similar to the Hermes newer release, the Arson, I can't pronounce it. Link, picture here, links down below. But this is under $300 as well. So if you want that look, I personally really like this bag just because I feel like it's the most it's really functional. Is it the highest quality bag? No, it's not. You can't compare it to Hermes. Hermes is like holy girl level, whereas this one is just that designer look for less. I've used this as a crossbody. You can adjust the strap to be a shoulder like this, but I like there is the magnetic, you know, enclosure here. I put a bottle of wine because I went grocery shopping and I don't want to pay for a 7-cent bag for whatever reason. So I threw a bottle of wine, threw some cheese in there, some candy, and it's just a very hard wearing bag. Now, the leather quality obviously is not going to be the same, but again, a very carefree bag that you can achieve that designer look for less. I wish it didn't have like a big logo here. That's probably one of the feedback I have for Bob Ore. Another bag I want to cover is going to be the Berkami Noir bag. This is more of like a bubble bag, and I've talked about this before. I really like this bag because of functionality. The closest designer look for less when it comes to the big luxury is the Chloe Kiss top handle bag. I know that's not a super popular bag, but when I saw the resemblance of that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. The Kiss lock, obviously from the photos, is very one function where you got the top handle. It's a very statement piece with the metal, which is cool. I do like that. However, this one is going to be much more functional. You can, you know, turn it into a longer top handle bag, which I thought was really cool. And then it does come with a removable adjustable strap. So the last two bags I'm talking about, it's kind of like a bonus item. They're not like the most popular bags that are the designer for less look, but I figured I see the resemblance. So this is another Berkami bag where I love how it's a flap enclosure, open and close. And then of course the leather is very, very soft and mushy. Berkami does produce very functional bags. The last bag here, the 10th bag here, is kind of like I'm pushing it, but it's also like a bonus item. But it's also from Bob Ore. I'll make sure, again, link everything down below. Someone did tell me that this looks like the Coach Tabby. I don't know if I would say that, but I'm just gonna toss it in there just to make a round 10 bag number. But the Coach Tabby obviously has the CC logo, or C logo, whereas this one has the O logo. I think this is a cute, very functional throw around bag. Not throw around bag, but something that's very hard wearing that doesn't cost a lot of money. So definitely want to consider this as an option. I'm not really a black bag person, so I haven't used this quite a bit. I'm thinking about giving this to my mom if she wants it, but just to round it up. But if you are looking for a very hard wearing bag that I think is fantastic, it's got the interior pockets here. The front compartment kind of protrudes a little, so you can actually fit stuff in this front pocket. And if you want security, you've got a interior zip as well. So there you have it. This is the designer look for less edition. I am surrounded with bags, so I got a lot of cleanup to do. So I really hope you enjoy the video. If you have questions for me about pricing, about the functionality, drop a comment down below. Also, tell me which one you think is the best, most closest designer look for less in this particular lineup. So life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less than retail. I'll see y'all next time.